What's that last line? Oh, he's gay. Oh, yeah, see, straight guys don't say that. There's nothing wrong with being gay in any way, but he definitely is.
Something startling has shaken Hollywood's favorite comedic superstar, and it's not just another one-liner.
An impassioned kiss?
Ryan Reynolds, known for his quick wit and flashy smile.
He's also very charismatic. Like a gay guy.
Is Blake Lively a beard? Like, is she there just to produce kids and to give them that family image?
Is at the center of a swirling storm of rumors about hidden truths, surprising betrayals, and behind-the-scenes power plays.
And like trying to normalize all of these gay jokes, but nobody's actually asking him to do that.
Everywhere you turn, there's fresh talk about what he's been hiding, whether he's secretly feuding with his longtime buddy Hugh Jackman.
He was, in fact, a part of the bullying that happened to Justin Baldoni.
And if his marriage to Blake Lively is really what it seems. Before we dive into the shocking allegations and unexpected plot twists, do me a quick favor.
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will be deposed, and I suspect that might be making Ryan Reynolds extremely nervous, and I'll tell you why.
Tap that like button and subscribe. Every new sub helps me buy more coffee to keep spilling the tea.
He was, in fact, a part of the bullying that happened to Justin Baldoni. He was, in fact, a part of the bullying that happened to Justin Baldoni.
The Spark people began whispering about Ryan Reynolds' private life the moment he shot to superstardom. Sure, he's always been the clever comedic charmer in interviews, but lately eagle-eyed fans and gossip columns have been buzzing about something more.
Love interest of his best friend's wife, and the guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband, and me as his best mate. Holy shit. What the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
Some claim he's on the brink of a meltdown. Others swear he's embroiled in private showdowns both in and out of Hollywood boardrooms. Was it one offhand comment that tipped the scales? Or are these rumors brewing from years of inside knowledge?
He is being awarded for his contributions with a deposition, all right?
The end of his career might just be written in red ink.
Curiosity ramped up when certain discussions about unusual closeness and comedic bromances turned into questions about whether everyone's favorite on-screen wisecracker,
Baldoni's legal team, wants to get the full scope of Reynolds' conduct during the time that It Ends With Us was being filmed.
is hiding bigger secrets. People are obsessed with knowing if there's a legitimate scandal or if it's all just sensational talk to fuel headlines.
Romances, his various bromances over the years. We've talked about him and Jake Gyllenhaal, and obviously this has been a bromance that has been very much thrown in the public's face.
One thing is certain, something's got Hollywood tongues wagging, but that was just the start.
Ryan's kind of perpetually highly publicizing his bromances is something that I find to be quite strange, right? Mostly because he's a 48-year-old man, Ryan Reynolds. He has 4 kids, and he seems to dedicate a lot of time and resources.
Suddenly, all eyes landed on one man who seemed tied to every rumor, Hugh Jackman, the Jackman connection. If there's one person who always seemed attached at the hip to Reynolds, it's Hugh Jackman. From silly social media barbs to sweet public tributes, these two perfected the comedic bromance.
Like financial resources to trying to convince the public that these bromances are perfectly normal. And we're not really asking for that convincing. Like, I don't need people to convince me that guys can hang out with one another, but he feels like he has to make that effort. So he's like, nothing's weird here, nothing's weird. Bromances are so normal.
They practically wrote the playbook on how to poke fun at each other in interviews, and fans ate it up. But somewhere along the line, the jokes about "we're like an old married couple" went from adorable to suspicious for some watchers. People started pointing out how over the top it was.
There's no female equivalent to the term bromance. The female equivalent is friends. And so the fact that we need a term to describe 2 men going out to dinner I think is very revealing about what men are allowed or are not allowed to do.
Comparing each other to spouses, making constant references to their deep emotional bond, and publicly gushing more often about each other than about, well, their actual spouses. That's when the speculation began swirling. Was there more behind this flamboyant friendship? And if so,
and how much self-policing there is when it comes to their relationships with other men. So bromance is almost this permission for men to connect and to show love to each other.
how does it tie back to the rumored strain in Ryan's personal life? But hold on, this so-called perfect comedic duo isn't the only pair in the spotlight.
It's a weird thing for them to be trying to constantly tell us, and he's always playing this role of kind of making a lot of gay jokes and like trying to normalize all of these gay jokes, but nobody's actually asking him to do that, not the gay community.
Enter the spouse no one can stop talking about, Blake Lively. Blake Lively's role. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have been touted as one of Hollywood's golden couples.
No judgment from me, but Hugh Jackman has been plagued with rumors of homosexuality throughout his entire career. It has been speculated.
Social media loves their silly banter and red carpet glam. Yet, for every adorable snapshot of them teasing each other, there's a new rumor calling Blake nothing but a beard.
Why is he so angry?
There's nothing wrong with being gay in any way, but he definitely is. Oh, he is. This is from 2017.
An outdated term, but one that keeps popping up. Some corners of the internet are convinced that the real reason behind Reynolds' daily jokes and dramatic public presence is to distract from a closeted personal life. Adding fuel to the fire is the alleged tension involving Justin Baldoni, a name linked to Blake in ways that suggest more than a simple friendship. Suddenly, outsiders started gossiping. If Reynolds is truly fixated on Jackman, does that leave Lively playing a different part than fans realize? Could this marriage be more of a staged Hollywood storyline than a genuine romance?
That's funny. That's funny to steal Ryan Gosling's little moment there. I'm willing to commit to a bit. An impassioned kiss?
But any personal drama wouldn't be complete without a legal dust-up. And that's where Justin Baldoni really steps into the spotlight.
Is this what 47 and 55-year-old men, do you feel as though, even with friends you do business with, that your friendship is like a marriage?
Justin Baldoni and the legal fallout. It's no secret that Hollywood can be ruthless.
Gay men they have a light in their eyes that straight men don't have. We don't.
According to hushed whispers in casting circles, Ryan Reynolds allegedly used his weighty industry connections against Justin Baldoni, possibly because of a rumored emotional involvement between Baldoni and Blake. Some say Reynolds attempted to sabotage Baldoni's projects or reputation.
Look at his dead eyes. Straight. Gay. So that's all that's happening. He's a closeted gay man, and that's just, when you deny yourself that truth, you're just gonna do weird, crazy shit.
While no official statements confirm these allegations, they're loud enough to make people wonder. Then came talk of that high-profile project, It Ends With Us, where behind-the-scenes drama seemed to overshadow the film itself. Speculation about who said what, who was blacklisted, and how much of it is fueled by personal grudges runs rampant. Lawsuits got mentioned, depositions loomed, and fans can't help but sense that all of this might tear the shiny veneer off.
And everyone around you is gonna have a hard time because you're like trying to fit this square piece in a circle.
More than just a couple of film credits. If Baldoni actually has receipts that back up his claims, this legal storm might blow Hollywood's hush-hush secrets wide open. But things got even stranger when Hugh Jackman found himself at a crossroads, personally and professionally. Hugh Jackman's divorce and why it matters.
By taking you guys through these like lavender marriages that actually happen in Hollywood, I know they happen for a fact, and there's just something here, this underlying anger that doesn't make sense.
Hugh Jackman's recent split from his wife of nearly 3 decades sent shockwaves through fans. Some had pegged him as the ultimate family man, only for him to publicly announce a separation that set rumor mills ablaze. Coincidence? Maybe. But when you line up the timeline of the divorce with the swirling speculations about his closeness to Reynolds,
He just looks at the circumstance, reads the messages, and is like, okay, I know what's going on here. And now, but instead we've got to go through this court case, and it's got to be like $400 million, and it's all crazy, all because Ryan is not happy with who he is on the inside.
and persistent rumors about Jackman's own identity, people started connecting the dots. Is it a genuine parting of ways after many years of marriage? Or is there a Hollywood PR machine working overtime? Jackman's supporters insist it's just a private matter.
And I start to ask myself, is Blake Lively a beard? Like, is she there just to produce kids and to give him that family image? Because once you start to add it all up,
Critics wonder if it's part of a larger strategic move that conveniently arrived when folks started whispering about these bromances, behind-the-scenes secrets, and Ryan Reynolds' personal entanglements. The timing is suspicious enough to raise eyebrows.
and I don't think he's jealous. I think he's possessive because she's his property.
But this isn't just about breakups and lawsuits. It's about the very nature of image and control in Tinseltown. Rumors, egos, and Hollywood facades. We all know image is king in Hollywood. Stars have entire teams dedicated to spinning narratives, burying controversies, and feeding fans the perfect family story.
I knew that this was another fake Me Too. I knew she was Amber Heard 2.0. I said it from day one since I heard about this case. So do not take this as I think, oh, you know, she's some poor victim and men are bad and Ryan Reynolds is bad. No, we're talking about this particular case, this particular situation.
Ryan Reynolds' carefully polished comedic persona didn't just pop out of thin air. It's the result of branding genius. But if recent chatter is accurate, that brand might be a protective shell for some complicated truths. Insiders claim Reynolds can be power-hungry, controlling who rises and who falls within his sphere of influence. Others say he's just fiercely protective of his privacy.
So you can start to put the picture in your mind. I don't think this man gives a damn about his wife, as Candace said.
This is where it's tough to separate exaggerated gossip from potential red flags. Regardless, one lesson is clear. The bigger the star, the more carefully guarded the facade, until cracks start to show. And right now, there's a canyon of speculation running right through that facade. Of course, fans are also clamoring for one crucial thing. What happens next?
And why does he gush about his love for Hugh Jackman more than he does his own wife?
Shocked fans and future speculations. For many fans, the Ryan-Hugh bromance was just good-natured fun, a comedic highlight on social media. So the idea that hidden affairs, lawsuits, or behind-the-scenes manipulation could be swirling underneath is jarring.
Is this what 47 and 55-year-old men, do you feel as though, even with friends you do business with, that your friendship is like a marriage?
If any substantial evidence emerges, like deposition details or leaked documents, the entire vibe of how we see both Reynolds and Jackman could shift overnight. What if the controversies force changes in their upcoming movie collaborations? Deadpool? Wolverine's return?
I think the secret sauce to a long-lasting Hollywood friendship is not too dissimilar to having a partner or a marriage.
Future comedic romps. Fans might see storylines scrapped or recast if the off-screen drama proves too big a liability. On the other hand, Hollywood might churn out a new PR strategy to patch it all up. At this point, anything's possible. That leads us to the final question. What does all this chaos mean for everyone involved?
Reynolds told Jackman during their interview, "I am genuinely rooting for you all the time. I want you to win. It's the same way I feel about Blake. As I'm rooting for her, I know she's rooting for me, and that's why we're so connected."
Where does this leave Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood's witty sweetheart turned rumored manipulator? Does Hugh Jackman's unexpected divorce signal more revelations on the horizon, or will he keep quiet to protect personal matters?
So he's comparing his relationship with his wife, with his friend, with his buddy.
And is Blake Lively truly just a supportive wife? Or has her role in this drama been misunderstood all along?
That's what men do? That's what y'all do? Okay.
Only time, and perhaps a few more scandalous leaks, will tell.
They announced their separation to the public in September of 2023.
In the meantime, thanks for watching.
That was in the midst of the principal filming for Deadpool and Wolverine, which got abruptly paused in that September due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. The strike began in June, I believe, and in September, Hugh Jackman announces that he and his wife are separating.
If you enjoyed this roller coaster of rumors and want to hear more explosive Hollywood secrets, smack that like button and subscribe. Every sub helps me afford more coffee to keep the hot takes coming. And trust me, when it comes to Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and the swirling Hollywood rumor mill, we've only just scratched the surface.